and with Rafinha going as well, I don't see Leeds
No,
like.
yeah.
I think they're done for.
Yeah, they got some injury problems. He's carrying them to 16th, which for them right now is quite impressive. So no, I think it'll be a big loss, but they could reinvest 50 million. But the way they've spent money before with the likes of Rodrigo, if I was Leeds, I wouldn't be too confident. So
Yeah, they signed
it's
like
not a great
Rodrigo for
situation.
30 mil, and he'd scored like
Yeah,
4 goals in his last 3 seasons. So it's just
like Dan James, another
yeah,
weird one.
yeah. I don't know. I think with Rafinha, they're they're done for, man. I don't see them getting anyone of Rafinha's caliber who wants to join Leeds for 50 million. I think it's just a situation that's. I think they're in a really bad scenario, and
Yeah,
it's just from the start they've just been so overhyped and just overrated.
I
Like
wanted to. I want to talk a little bit about that because I remember it started last. I remember like when Leeds came off, they talked about Marcelo Bielsa
yeah,
and how he's this great, he's the Messiah, this amazing manager. And I remember they got Pochettino once on Monday Night Football. I was looking forward to that, and the whole time it's talked about Bielsa. He's this great manager. The likes of Guardiola, Klopp have almost been
I think I
raised
think
by him.
I think in Argentina he was quite a good manager there. So these Argent like Pochettino and like all those or like Pep Spanish as well. So I think they may have taken like um I think it's like Tuchel and Klopp with Rangnick. They've taken inspiration, but he's not
But yeah,
as a
but
manager. He's not amazing. He's
yeah, but
not like
Bielsa, what's Bielsa actually won at the top level?
no. He's not done
Nothing.
much.
He's not a good manager.
He's not
I
done
look
much.
at the way he manages Leeds. I remember, like again, they lost 7-0 to Man City. They lost by a lot last season to Manchester United, and they keep talking about, oh, yeah, he's a great manager. He's not going to change his system. That's a sign of a bad manager. He's not going to adapt. I don't understand this
Like
hype
like
that Bielsa's
like
getting.
that
The
that
cracks are
Arsenal
showing.
that Arsenal game, and they had like their whole back line out. They had like teenagers, and they were still running around this pitch
Yeah,
like this chicken. They don't have like a structure. It's just players running around.
yeah. It doesn't make for me. Maybe he plays decent football. I don't really know, but finishing ninth last season, it was all right. It was a decent finish, but Sheffield United did it the year before. Wolves
Yeah,
have done it. All right, it's like teams are going to get that little bounce. I don't think Bielsa did a particularly amazing job in the Championship. He bottled the playoff against Derby that
yeah.
time. He's come up, and now all right, they got some injuries, but that's probably Bielsa's fault. That the system they're playing, running players ragged every single game, getting they run around a lot, chasing players around doing their sort of man-to-man marking thing. So obviously they're going to get injuries playing the high-intensity system they do.
I read it up on their like the way they train as well. They do this thing called murder ball where it's basically just running around for 10 minutes, and that's what they take into the actual. So
Yeah,
and they don't have amazing depth either. So when players get injured, like fitness levels, they just don't know. Like they just struggle so hard with like injuries and stuff. Yeah. Like everyone acted like Bielsa was this massive, like the one of the best
no,
managers. He didn't really do anything. Like he had a group of talented players, which I think they should have been to the Premier the season before, like that Derby season.
yeah,
I think
yeah.
they should. They literally they were in the top two uh, automatic places, and they slipped down to the playoffs. So
And then they spent a load of money buying Rafinha, Rodrigo,
yeah,
and one or two others.
I think
So
Rafinha was a good buy, but that's it
yeah,
really.
so I just for me it's confusing. I think, and then just the way he was gassed up, I don't understand. You're watching Sky Sports and you're
Yeah,
watching a random game. Let's say Norwich versus Man City, or not Norwich, say Aston Villa versus Man City, and they start talking about Bielsa, Martin Tyler. Like I don't get it. And so yeah, I think Leeds are going to go down with these injuries. I think
yeah.
they're nailed on to get relegated. Honestly,
I think one of the only reasons they hype up Bielsa is probably for the similar reason they hype up Ralph Ragnick, and that current like more better managers have looked up to Bielsa. Maybe in the past he was a good manager, but right now his tactics probably aren't suited for the Premier League in
Oh,
this
man,
modern.
they're 16th.
yeah.
Man.
No,
Yeah, I
they're
don't
not.
see them getting out of this. And Burnley have 2 games in hand, so if they win that, they go on
Probably
top of that.
between Watford.
I don't,
Also,
you know, Watford. I think Watford. I think Leeds are going to get relegated, man. Looking at it now,
uh,
yeah.
let me just paint a little picture. Let's just imagine you've got this guy called Brian Smith, right, from Swindon, who crouches down on some little stool on the touchline and has these wonderful tactics which gets him 16th place. Do you think he'd be getting gassed up this much by
And
the
get
media?
laughed off the pitch.
Yeah, no, he'd get laughed off. He'd been sacked by now. He'd get laughed. He'd be a joke. He'd be like Neil Warnock. People laughing at
It's
him
just because
for his
he's
funny
like
things that he's done.
he's got a foreign name and he sits on a bus.
Yeah, exactly.
Revolutionary. That's why.
He's got these
You're right.
tactics in Argentina.
Yeah.
Just because he managed the Argentinian team in the past as well.
Yeah, I don't understand.